Hey collective, we're gonna jump into a reading. So please take what resonates and leave the rest, and if it don't apply, let it fly. I'm getting a heavy sense of people are closing out cycles with their trauma bonds and all of that, karmic ties. You guys are recognizing that, you've reached the ending in my story, vice versa. Now it's time for me to move on graciously. This could be someone you have kids with. This could also be someone that you've just been physical with. But it's like you're working hard towards the things that you want in your future. You know now that the things that you were planning on obtaining with this person that you saw as your soulmate or your divine counterpart, it was just a test. This was something for you to learn from. You have the Eight of Pentacles. So you've been working hard, diligently. You're seeking the truth. Again, now you're asking those tough questions. In the past, you could have just turned the blind eye because this person felt safe to you. Three of Swords, heartbreak. This person felt safe to you, but it not only did it create confusion, it also left you heartbroken and having to pick up the pieces of the puzzles, putting things together. You couldn't really understand why things were happening the way they were, but it was all divinely guided. Solitude with the Four of Swords here. You needed to go into introspective to learn the lessons. And Ace of Wands, new beginnings. You guys are closing out the cycles with your karmic ties, karmic friends, family, whoever. You are setting those boundaries and you're not allowing certain things to continue in your life. You're not dealing with it anymore. Give me one for the Three of Swords, please. Joyous occasion. You're going to have a moment to celebrate. And Seven of Cups. Listen, new opportunities are being presented to you because you've closed out a cycle. There was an important karmic cycle that you kept repeating, and you would grow frustrated because you were repeating it. But there was something within that lesson that you were missing, so it had to continue. And now you broke the mold. You figured it out. You're on your way to destiny. Good for you guys. Listen, Knight of Swords, you've taken action. You're speaking up for yourself. You're taking action. You're no longer being impulsive. You're being very calculated before you do something. It's like, I need to know all the facts before I do something. Again, something within this karmic cycle that you were repeating, this could have been picking up where you left off, and you had to learn. It's like I'm getting, someone was having a conversation with their guides, God, creator, and someone was asking, what am I doing wrong? What am I repeating? And you had to sit down and go to the drawing board and figure out what it was that you weren't completing, or you were doing over and over again subconsciously. Because of course we want the best things for ourselves, but a lot of the time when we're in our head, we'll say this is what we want, but our actions will show otherwise. You have new beginnings. Listen, Ace of Pentacles on the bottom. Ace of Pentacles on the bottom, and Page of Wands also. Listen, and Temperance. Inner peace is yours in the Six of Wands. Should I even continue? You have inner peace coming towards you. You have balance and harmony coming towards you. You have divinely guided blessings because you've completed out this cycle. You are to keep up with your enthusiasm. Do not lose that sense of hope. You keep going. You keep working hard. You had to ask yourself the tough questions. You had to realize that you were also a burden in your own life, and now you're changing that. The Tower. There was something that needed to be disrupted within your life. Something had to come crashing down. And Three of Wands. Now you're just waiting on expansion. Give me one more, please. All positive. The Fool. New beginnings. You're going through massive transformation after being self-defeated, and inner peace to Temperate. Listen, your spirit guides heard you. They heard your prayers. They saw that you were struggling, and they're looking to change that for you. You were dealing with people who were closed off, too logical, couldn't be vulnerable. And now you're realizing these are the things that you don't want to deal with. In the past, it was okay, because I'm also getting Someone here connected to people that were emotionally closed off due to a parent, and you seeked someone that reminded you of your parent and your relationships, and it brought you unhappiness, but also too, you realized that that wasn't something you really wanted. You realized that you were the problem. You being this person or whoever you connected to being emotionally closed off provided a safe space for you to also be closed off, because if they're not opening up, why would you need to? It's a false safety net. It's not a safety net. It's just a hindrance. Give me a few for the collective. Give me a few. Moving forward, uses the past as a way to heal and prevents past trauma from intervening in connection or feelings. You were shedding those layers about yourself. You had got tired of your own crap. Give me a few more for the collective. Submarine and resurfaces out of nowhere, finds their way back without an apology or explanation, tries to reconnect out of boredom or recent breakup. So once again, you've connected to people who couldn't bring you any fulfillment, and it was just you working overtime to make sure, oh, well, maybe they notice me, maybe they see me, and you don't need to do any of that to be recognized, to be considered as worthy of being loved. You deserve all of that and more just by you simply being you. And you shouldn't have to beg anyone for that. Masking, withholding secrets, emotionally unavailable, holding back emotions, closed off, does not disclose past. So it's like you didn't have to open up yourself to anyone because you were okay with connecting to people that were like this. And that was so unrealistic, but now you're being realistic with your goals. You're being realistic with your wants, your relationships, your commitments. You could have also had an issue with commitment, and you had to face that head on also. There was something within your childhood that showed you weren't ready. As much as you wanted it, you just weren't ready, and that was okay. So you had to take some time out for yourself to heal that. Invention, like someone enough to keep spending time with them, but not enough to commit. Yeah, commitment issues. But you're changing that. Give me one more. I'm speaking healing over my collective. Whoever watches this, I pray for your healing. I pray for your peace and your balance, your abundance. I pray for all the great things that you're wanting and deserving of. But it all starts with you. It all starts with you realizing you deserve so much more than what other people have been giving you. It's like if you can pour into you, everyone else will have to pour into you the same exact way. You've had to learn about boundaries. You've had to learn about shutting people down and speaking up for yourself. You've had a long time of you being walked all over, and that's done. Flaming hot. Ravenous desires exposed, feels triggered due to what's being asked sexually, no boundaries and feeling unsafe. So yeah, it's like you've had lack of boundaries. You could have gotten yourself into some situations that weren't the greatest, and I send you my love. If you were abused in some way, shape, or form, you did not deserve that. But also too, I hate saying it was all for your highest good. You needed to see something differently. Otherwise, this is something that would have continued. So if you were in a domestic violence type of situation and you got out of it, give yourself credit for that, because not many people can make forth or put forth the action to move forward. Back burner. Yeah, it's like someone has been very insensitive to your needs and emotions, and that's going to change because you're realizing you deserve better. Give me a few. Give me a few for the collective. Give me a few for the collective. Tell me what's coming for the collective pertaining to love. Got two. Conformity. You may hesitate You may hesitate to show your true colors, feeling that being yourself isn't good enough might rub people the wrong way, or fearing rejection. Fake facade, a false or deceptive image of yourself to others, often conceal insecurities or to fit societal expectations. You wanted to be loved and appreciated for being someone you weren't, but now it's time for you to embrace yourself. You've made it. Congratulations.